Hello, welcome. So, to continue the moon sign series, let's talk today about moon in Cancer. I actually have this moon energy. My moon is in Cancer. I am surrounded by it. My mom has it. My stepdad has it. One of my best friends has it. Tons of friends I have this energy. It's I love this energy, and not just because I have it, but just this energy in and of itself is a very nice, warming, comforting, beautiful energy. Moon rules Cancer, so it's in its dignity here, so it functions really well. It works really well for the person who has this energy. They're very nurturing, very comforting, caretaking. They make excellent parents. They make excellent just taking care of anyone, nurses, masseuses, whatever. But those with this energy, I find, are just extremely. They know how to care for somebody inherently, instinctively. They know what to say. They know what to do, what not to say, what not to do, in a moment, in a situation with people. It comes down to the nature of the element. Cancer's Cancer is one of the water signs. Water is psychic. Water feels vibes. They get an idea of a situation by just natural feel. It's hard to put into words because it's an intuitive thing. Intuition is very much a moon in Cancer element. It's very powerful. The moon in Cancer intuitive power is just incredible. Observing in my life of friends with this energy, they just, hunches serve us really well with this energy. They provide us with incredible insight that others don't necessarily understand, because again, it's a water thing. Only other water signs will understand when you just know a situation's not quite right, or that person is trustworthy and that you can talk to them, and it's an unexplainable thing of water energies. We all have water energies. Not everyone has it very prominently in the energies of their life. With moon in Cancer, you do. Again, it's in dignity, and it's one of the three main signs: rising, sun, moon, and Cancer's water. It's incredibly psychic energy. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your feelings, your hunches. I was reading recently that scientists have recently found, I want to say something like neurological pathways, not only in the brain, of course, but also in the heart center and the gut. Going with your gut instinct. I think that's where that corroborates with that story. But it's funny. It really does. It's right here for moon and Cancer is extremely sensitive. Not only physically, extremely ticklish, and I think moon and Cancer is a ticklish energy, but extremely sensitive psychically. I get feelings all the time that originate from this area that really, thinking about it, it's kind of weird, and I don't really know of other people with moon energies that have that kind of feeling. Moon in Scorpio, also incredibly psychic. They get it in other ways. Seems to be more of a head type, focus oriented psychic instinct. Pisces gets it in a very different way too. It seems to be kind of more just maybe a whole body thing, I don't know. But I do know this, me with moon in Cancer, and moon in Cancers in general, our gut instincts is extremely powerful, and intuitive powers are just incredible. So trust that. I'm not saying this to be all egotistical and, oh, we're so cool. No, I'm not saying that. For that, trust that. My intuition has led me to everything that I find really special for me. That I hold really special for me. whether it's, you know, to pursue certain friendships or to move to certain places. Moon and Cancer instinct has always served me extremely beautifully well. So I just urge you to trust that too, because it grows with time and it gets easier with time to tap into that and to not get so lost in the emotions. And that's a big part of Moon and Cancer, and that's the lower nature. And I've experienced it. Every Moon and Cancer I know experiences it. I think you have to with Moon and Cancer. Higher up here, we have all the beautiful things I've already said: nurturing, caretaking, psychic, intuitive, you know, these beautiful, wonderful things. I should add to this also, very tenacious. Moon and Cancer, Cancer is one of the cardinal signs, so they're very much powerful. All the cardinal signs start a season. Cancer starts summer, and it really reflects in the nature of their character. They're very, you know, very strong people. Even though they're very sensitive, they're very strong and able to be very tenacious in reaching their goals and fighting what they love fighting for what they love and believe in. And, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, the lower order, Moon and Cancer, is definitely over emotionalism, is hypersensitivity, is being passive aggressive. All these things boil into the same thing: not being emotionally mature. I have been through this. Moon and Cancers, I think, have to. I've seen it in every Moon and Cancer I know at some point, you know, in the lunar cycle of each month, of just being very irritable, very crabby, very, just, again, hypersensitive. It turns into a game of, it's not even a game, it's a torture, of walking on eggshells around that person. Again, I've been that person too, you know, it's brutal. It really is. For other people to be around that energy, it sucks. Because when a Moon in Cancer does not handle their emotions well, you know, if they're feeling out of it or if they're feeling insecure or anything, again, because they're such strong personalities, because they really are leaders of people, that cardinality, their emotions seep out into everyone else around them. And so all of a sudden, you know, the Cancer is brooding, the Moon in Cancer is brooding, and everyone, you know, has to be very ginger and careful with how they talk and what they say, and it's just an exhausting affair, for real. It really is. And as being the Moon in Cancer and being on the other side of that, and, you know, being passive aggressive to get what I want, and being manipulative emotionally, and I don't have a problem, you know, that bullshit. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't help. It you know, it just gets resentment, you know, from other people that builds up over time, and you feel shitty during it, you know. I mean, it's kind of like a sick pleasure of getting people to, you know, care for your emotions, but it's not helpful, and it's actually, again, it's sick. It's not healthy, you know. It's not helpful, and it's not healthy. Because whenever I pulled that passive aggressive stuff, it never helped, you know. You know, say I wasn't expressing my emotions clearly and I didn't communicate that I was offended by something somebody said, so I'm just kind of in a funk for the rest of the night. You know, I mean, you don't have to be dramatic and say, my feelings have been hurt, you know, or anything like that, but you can definitely say, you can, if somebody insults you or hurts your feelings, you can say, like, hey, that hurt my feelings, you know, and just, if they respect that, then good. Then it's a relationship worth continuing. If they don't, then really analyze and be like, okay, am I out of line? You know, if you have to be on your own to do that, totally fine. You know, I find it's very good if I'm kind of in a, should I say something, should I not? You know, I don't want to be a bother or whatever. Being on my own really helps me clear my head and figure things out. And then every time I'm on my own, I figure out a better way to express myself, to communicate. Again, with Moon in Cancer, we're so sensitive, we're so psychic, people's vibes are just flooding in, and, you know, we feel people's pain and, you know, their happiness, and that's what makes us so great with nurturing, because we understand people and their emotions, because we can really, you know, we feel them. But that lower order is very much a big obstacle, a big challenge. The beautiful thing is once that challenge is overcome, so many great, wonderful things. Cancer. So many great, wonderful things comes from this energy. No energy is better than any other. And I think a moon in Cancer inherently knows that, because they recognize the shared wife that we all are, and the beauty and nurturing and compassion and just caring and watering the seed of life. Moon in Cancer is just beautiful with all that. They make homes. Again, if they're at the higher order, if they're dealing with their emotions properly, and by what I mean properly, I don't mean in a judgmental sense of, oh, they're doing good, they're doing bad. I just mean that they're expressing their emotions, that they have some kind of outlet so that communication with others is okay. They don't get, depressed, or they're not worried about their security or anything. That's something else. With Moon in Cancer, you can be obsessed. I have felt this, definitely, with security. Realize that ultimately what you're really looking for is just emotional security, and that you have that. Moon in Cancer, water's healing, and Moon in Cancer, that healing energy means you can heal yourself no matter what. So you don't need a partner, you don't need a family even for that. As much as Moon in Cancer loves families, and truly families love Moon in Cancers, because they're the ones who are cooking or, giving and like, everyone come together, it must be warm, and, all that beautiful togetherness and inclusion that Moon in Cancer gives. Totally forgot where I was going. So yeah, again, higher order Moon in Cancer. Dealing with the emotions, realizing your emotions. It gets easier with time. That's the beautiful thing. Cancer and Capricornian energies naturally progress with time. And I think, all energies really. But these signs especially, because it's all about building and foundation, And again, security. And again, don't be concerned about security. You can heal yourself. Emotional fullness is the gift of Moon in Cancer. Heal yourself so then you can heal other people. That's a huge motto for Moon in Cancer, I would say. One last thing I haven't really mentioned is imagination. This is an incredibly imaginative placement. A lot of writers, a lot of artists, a lot of painters have come from this placement. And daydreaming, the imagination in general. Moon in Cancers is very much it's hard to put into words, expressive, I guess. Words can't even. But if you have this energy, or if somebody you know has this energy, definitely encourage imagination and creative pursuits. Because as well as being a wonderful nurturer, this is also a great just insightful, how to put it into words. He's also just a great artist, Pretty much whatever moves you. I think that's my greatest advice. My greatest advice for Moon in Cancer is follow whatever moves you, whether it's family or music or painting, or dancing, or whatever. But again, do something that is a great outlet for you, for your great energies. Again, very tenacious energy, this energy. And have your time to yourself, to recover, to heal. And then, after you're good, you can heal everyone else. Don't worry, too. This is a big worry placement. Just do your best. That's all you can do. Ever. That's all you can do. Do your best. I think this is all I can think of for Moon in Cancer. If I think of anything else, I will definitely do another video. So, thank Infinite love. If you have moon in Cancer,
Mm.
nice to meet another moon child.
Namaste.
Peace.